Om Sri Ganeshaya Namaha. Jai Sri Hari Vishnu Bhagwan. Jai Mahalakshmi Mata. This is the 18th chapter of the Vaishakh Maas Mahatmya of the Vaishnav Khand of the Skand Purana. Chapter 18. Previous birth of the hunter. The hunter said, I have been blessed by you, O sage, though I am a sinner and very wicked minded. Indeed, great men are compassionate and good by nature. Where am I, a hunter of ignoble birth? Where is the mind such as this of yours? There is such a great difference between us. I value only your excellent blessings. O pious sir, I am worthy of being guided and instructed by you. O bestower of honor, I am a deserving person to receive your mercy. I should be blessed. I am your son. Be merciful, O storehouse of mercy, so that I will no longer have this vicious inclination that causes harmful and adverse results. By association with good people, no one ever experiences any misery anywhere. Hence, O Brahman, enlighten me with such wise sayings as are destructive of sins, whereby those who are desirous of salvation certainly cross the ocean of worldly existence. In the case of honorable and pious men of impartial mind, endowed with kindness and compassion for all living beings, no one is lowly and vulgar or high and excellent. No one is one's own or a stranger. Whoever thinks with mental concentration and inquires about the means of mental purity, and whoever repents, even though he may be contaminated by all defects, and though he be deprived of all holy rites, whenever he inquires about this of his preceptors, they immediately impart to him the knowledge that certainly liberates one from the worldly existence. Just as Ganga is the cause of destruction of sins of men, so also pious and noble persons are proclaimed as the natural redeemers of the stupid and dull witted people. Do not hesitate in the matter of enlightening me, O compassionate one, favorably inclined towards your devotees, as I have a desire to hear, serve, have bowed down to you, and have become pure due to the contact with you. On hearing these words of the hunter, the sage became surprised in his mind once again. After exclaiming, Excellent, excellent, he spoke of these holy rites. Shank said, If you wish for welfare, O hunter, perform these holy rites in the month of Vaishakh. They are excellent and cause delight to Vishnu. They liberate the devotees from the ocean of worldly existence. A fierce heat oppresses us here. There is neither shade nor water here, so we shall go to some other place where there is plenty of shade. After drinking water, I shall resort to the shade. There I shall describe unto you the greatness of the holy rites destructive of sins. I shall recount the greatness of the month of Vaishakh that pertains to Vishnu. I shall recount it in the manner as has been heard and seen by me. On being told thus by the sage, the hunter said with palms joined in reverence, A little away from here there is water in an excellent lake. There are wood apple trees. They are fully laden with fruit. We shall go there. There is no doubt about this that you will be satisfied. On being directed thus by the hunter, the sage went along with him. After going a little distance from there, he saw the excellent lake. It was full of cranes and carandav ducks. It was rendered beautiful by ruddy geese. There were swans, saras ducks, storks, etc., all round rendering it very splendid. Bamboo reeds with holes therein produced a loud and sweet musical note along with the humming of bees. It was very charming with tortoises, crocodiles, fish, etc. swimming about. It was a large lake abounding in lilies, blue lotuses, red lotuses, white lotuses, etc. There were 100 petaled lotuses of the coconada variety all around, beautifying the lake splendidly. The sweet chirping sounds of the birds reverberated. The lake was one that afforded the pleasure of a festival unto the eyes. There were hedges of bamboo reeds and many trees adorning the banks. It was rendered beautiful by various trees such as banyan trees, karanj, nipa, tamarind, margosa, plux, priyala, kampaka, bakula, punnag, tumbara, kapith, amalka, nispesana, and jambu, rose apple tree, all round. There were many types of animals all round, such as wild elephant, deer, boar, buffalo, etc. There were hares, porcupines, blue oxen, etc., beautifying the place. There were rhinoceroses, musk deer, antelopes, etc., tigers, lions, wolves, the fabulous eight-footed sarabhas that killed donkeys, camary deer, etc., adorning the forest all round. There were monkeys leaping from branch to branch quickly. The place was rendered fearful by wildcats and bears as well as ruru deer. There were the sounds of crickets, the crane, sounds of great harshness, as well as the sounds of bamboo reeds. Agitated by violent gusts of winds, the trees produced great rustling sounds. The tiger among sages, who was much oppressed by thirst, saw the lake of great excellence that like this as pointed out by the hunter. He took his midday bath in this fascinating lake and wore his clothes once again. Then he performed religious rites prescribed for midday. After performing the worship of the Lord, he eagerly ate the very tasty wood apple and other fruits brought by the hunter that dispelled his fatigue. Thereafter he seated himself comfortably and asked the hunter who was interested in Dharma, O hunter, interested in Dharma, what is it that has to be said by me at the outset to you now? There are many holy rites of several and separate kinds. Among them, these holy rites that are specially laid down for the month of Vaishakh yield great benefits, though they are subtle. They bestow benefits on all living beings, both here and hereafter. What you have in your mind as worthy of being asked, ask it at the outset itself. On being told thus by that sage, the hunter said with palms joined in reverence. The hunter said, what was that karma as a result of which I got this birth as a hunter full of tamogun? What is the reason for such an inclination as this? How did I come into contact with you, the noble souled one? Relate this as well as other things, O holy Lord, if you consider me worthy of the same. On being requested thus, the great sage named Shank spoke once again in a majestic tone like that of a cloud. There was a smile on his lotus like face. Shank said, formerly you were a Brahman named Stamb in the city of Sakala, modern Sialkot, Punjab. You had mastered the Vedas and were very brilliant. You were born of Srivatsa Gotra. You had a prostitute as your beloved. On account of the fault of associating with her, you had forsaken your daily rites. You returned home like a Shudra. You were devoid of good conduct. You were vicious with all holy rites cast off. You had a Brahman wife named Kantimati. That beautiful lady served you along with that prostitute, though you were a base Brahman. In order to please you, she washed the feet of both of you. She obeyed the words of both of you. She slept below on the ground, allowing both of you to sleep on the cot. Though she was prevented by that prostitute, your Brahman wife adhered to her chaste activities. Serving her husband and the prostitute together, she continued to be miserable on the earth. A great deal of time elapsed thus. One day the husband consumed the masa pulse along with radish. Following the custom of Shudras, he ate the nispav pulse mixed with ginjali seeds. Having consumed those unwholesome things, he suffered from vomiting and diarrhea. On account of the unwholesomeness of the food, he became a prey to the dreadful disease of fistula of anus. On account of that ailment, it appeared as though he was being burned day and night. As long as there was ample wealth in the house, the prostitute continued to stay there, but having deprived him of his wealth, she no longer stayed in his abode. The terrible, merciless Curtsian went away and stayed with someone else, afflicted very much with the ailment, with his mind agitated on account of the pain. He spoke to his wife cryingly in a pitiable note. Protect me, O gentle lady. Ruthless though I was due to my attachment to a prostitute, O holy and beautiful lady, I have not at all helped you so far. O gentle lady, that despicable sinner who does not honor his wife, who bows down to him, shall become a nunch in the course of 15 births. O highly fortunate lady, day and night I am censured by honorable and virtuous men. Since I have disrespected a chaste lady like you, I will be reborn of a sinful womb. I burn within myself with the anger arising from the dishonor done to you. When her husband said thus, she spoke these words with palms joined in reverence. You need not feel any wretchedness or shame. O my husband, on account of me, I do not entertain any anger towards you, whereby you say you bum within yourself. Sins committed previously turn into miseries. A chaste lady or man who brooks the same is the most excellent one. I must have been, a sinful woman. If I reap the fruit of sin committed by me in the previous birth, I feel no remorse or sorrow thereby. Saying thus, she rendered all help to her husband. The lady of excellent complexion brought money from her father and other kinsmen in order to help him. She considered her husband on a par with the Lord Vishnu who resides in the milk ocean. By day as well as by night, she regularly washed the urine and excreta of her husband. With her nails, she pulled out slowly the worms from the ulcer. Neither at night nor during the day did the fair complexioned lady get a wink of sleep. Sad and dejected on account of the misery of her husband, she said thus: May Devas and Mains, who are well known, protect my husband. Let them absolve my husband of sins and free him from sickness. For the sake of the health of my husband, I shall offer to Chandika excellent and well cooked food mixed with blood and flesh, along with the products of buffalo milk. I shall get modak sweets prepared for the noble souled Ganesha. I shall observe 10 fasts on Saturdays. I will not take sweet things. I will not use ghee. I will not smear oil over my body. Undoubtedly, I will remain thus. Let this husband of mine live for 100 years free from ailments. That gentle lady said like this every day as it rolled by. Then a noble souled sage named Devala came to his abode in the evening on a day in the month of Vaishakh. He was distressed due to heat. At that time, your wife said, The physician has come to our house, therefore the sickness will be removed. I shall be hospitable to him. Knowing that you were averse to pious activities, she tricked you and got him in under the pretext that he was a physician. Washing the feet of the sage, she sprinkled the water on your head. Encouraged by you, she gave sweet drink to that noble souled one. Distressed with heat in the evening, it dispelled all the heat. In the morning, when the sun arose, the sage went back on his way. Then, within a short while, you had an attack of Sannipat, a combined derangement of all the humors of the body. When she was administering the three pungent substances, ginger, black pepper, and long pepper, the husband bit off her finger. The two teeth, upper and lower one, suddenly came close together. The tender finger remained within the mouth of the husband. After biting the finger off, the husband died on the excellent bed thinking about the beautiful courtesan. On coming to know that her husband was dead, your wife Kantimati sold her bangles and bought fuel. The chaste lady made up a funeral pyre thereby, keeping the dead body of her husband in the middle. She embraced him with her hands, entwined the feet with his feet, placed her face against his face, kept her chest close to his chest, and placed her pudenda over his, thus placing herself on his body. That auspicious lady burned the sick body of her husband along with that of hers in the burning fire. Embracing her husband, she forsook her body and went to the world of Murari, due to the merit of giving sweet drink in this month of Vaishakh, as well as that of washing the feet of a sage. She attained the world worthy of being attained by yogins. You got rid of all your sins, but since you were engrossed in the thought of a courtesan at the time of death, you attained the birth as a hunter with a terrible form. You became interested in violence. You always caused heartburn to others. Permission was given by you for the gift of the sweet drink in the month of Vaishakh, O hunter with a chaste wife. Hence, when you were born as a hunter, you had the good inclination of asking about holy rites that cause all happiness. You got your head sprinkled with the water with which the feet of the sage were washed. It was conducive to the destruction of all sins. Therefore, you had the opportunity of contacting me in this forest now, and due to this, you will have further riches, etc. Thus, whatever was done by you in the previous birth has been recounted to you. Your meritorious and sinful karmas have been seen by me through the divine vision. Whatever you wish to hear, I shall recount unto you, even if it be a secret. Your mind has become purified, O highly intelligent one. Hail unto you. This was the 18th chapter of the Vaishakh Maas Mahatmya of the Vaishnav Khand of the Skand Purana. All those who are listening, please say with me, Jai Sri Hari Vishnu Bhagwan. Jai Mahalakshmi Mata. Friends, please like and share this video. Also do subscribe the channel. Thanks. Hare Krishna.